shut the computer off.
Well, you don't have to, but you can go home. I just want to stay in this page
Okay.
for you.
We report to the state on success stories. One of the most difficult things we have to do is to figure out what is the most compelling success story to tell, because there are so many. One recently that we just had was the gentleman who came in, had been unemployed about 5 to 6 years, in a state of, let's just say, feeling very hopeless.
I needed a job real bad, so I needed a computer. I didn't, at the time, I didn't have a computer. So I went around to different places who I thought that would help me out with a computer. And people had computers, but they wouldn't give me help. So the last place that I went to told me about New Destiny. I came to New Destiny, and these guys, they went to any length to help me with what I needed. Like a resume, I really didn't have. Just a lot of computer stuff that I didn't have any skills with. I was like a pain in the butt. I was coming every day and bothering them, and they were always willing to help me. And I have a job now because of these guys.
Long story short, he grew in that process. We literally saw him go from someone who was almost like distraught to someone who is confident, now happy working a job, because we were that bridge to help cross him over into his new destiny.
Hi, welcome. How are you guys doing?
Since the first day we entered, like the first step we came in here, like they were so friendly, like kind of like a family type of environment in here, and that really helped us. My ultimate dream is to help bring my family out of the situation we're in now. We haven't seen my mom in the last couple of years, and I've been trying to deal with that, becoming the mom of my house, doing everything a mom should do, and trying to balance school at the same time, keeping good grades and everything. I came here to pursue a dream that I was trying to achieve for so many years. Taking the first step to actually trying to become a citizen of the United States. Becoming a citizen was important to me because I really wanted to go to college, and before this I really didn't think it was possible for me to go to college, and with their help now I can really see myself being something bigger. Everyone at New Destiny has helped us become a closer family.
We are very much a needs-driven organization. So while we do have a number of core services that we do offer, everything from referrals for child maternal health to access to health care, to child care referrals, to housing assistance, to employment assistance, domestic violence. We do a series of life skills training, everything from our parent training to 24/7 dads training to driver's education training, just to name a few. But everything we do is driven by the needs of the people we serve. And if they don't say they need it, we don't do it. It's that simple.
I think what's unique about us is that we build on the strengths of the families, that we take their strengths and help maximize them to get the success they need and they're seeking in their family life.
This is a community that is challenging, but at the same time that it's challenging, it also offers the greatest opportunities, which is why we're happy to be here, because with challenge comes opportunity, and we're looking at the positive side of the challenge, not the negative.
I lived in Patterson all my life, and having the unique opportunity to live 19 years of those years, wonderful years, in a public housing environment, and understanding that public housing is a community or a city within a city where we were dependent on each other. Today, unfortunately, we're not dependent, and we're not being our brother's keepers. So it's important to work with individuals such as the Family Success Center to understand that we're all human beings and we must work together in order to improve the quality of life in the city of Paterson.
Our vision for the city of Paterson is a team vision that involves community collaboration, community partnerships, the police department being seen as legitimate with the community because that's an important component, working with our social service entities such as New Destiny to address the social ills of our society. Clearly the children of Paterson are the future. They're the future police directors, they're the future mayors, they're future congressmen, they're the future leaders of our community, of the city of Paterson. It's important that we embrace them and that we let them know. One thing I do whenever I talk to children, whether it's our PAL, whether it's our, the School 6 having New Destiny, something I always tell them is, I'm a boy from Paterson. Did I know I would be the police director? Did I know I would be the sheriff? Did I know that I would be successful? No, what I did know is that I had an opportunity and I kept taking that opportunity. I knew I wanted to be a leader and not a follower. So I try and give them that, that direction of be a leader, don't be a follower.
School 6 is like a huge opportunity because of the people, because of the history, because so many people have their hopes invested in this place. And so we came in with the full service community school, which we, started with in January of this year. And now, we're really excited to be hosting a summer program this summer for the kids, partnering with St. Luke Baptist Church, partnering with William Patterson. It's going to be a rich experience.
Well, our kids really do deserve it. I mean, we need it, we deserve it. I mean, because not to say nothing about nobody else's town, but a lot of people get resources. We don't get anything. We don't have anything for these kids to do other than just come home and put a remote in their hand or just go outside and run to the street.
And the remote is not a way to learn. Well, one of the other things that's new is that downstairs in the basement where we have the community outreach health center, as well as the full service component, which is really providing social, emotional support for the children, for the family. So it's like that space that's there for the family inside the school. And hopefully what we're doing is breaking down the isolation.
I mean, if you go in there and you ask a lot of these, that's just how they feel. They feel isolated. They don't know what is what.
Wow.
They don't know an apple from a pear.
Wow.
Because it's coming from home. I'm sad to say it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't have the parents that's giving them that push too. And that's
and,
why,
and many of the parents need that support. Because when you got a stable, happy parent, you've got a stable, happy child. And a lot of times we've been investing in the child, but who's investing in the parent? Who's helping that parent keep that household stable and get the resources they need and get the support they need? That's what the full service school is, community school is there for.
I would say anywhere from 60 to 70% of all the shootings that happen in this city is within a 2-block radius of this school. So our kids are either, their families were the victim or their families committed the crime. I would dare to say these kids probably see more in their lifetime than the average students their age. And that's my main function, to try to make people feel safe here. I think that center has did a wonderful job, especially when we need clothing and things like that. There have been numerous times when children came to this building and probably was wearing clothes that they've had on all week, and it just wasn't suitable to be sitting in class. And we've actually sent them to that center, and they've come up with a brand new uniform on. Proud of it.
And in the inner city, it is very difficult for parents to get their children to appointments. If a child has a toothache, they'll try, but maybe not always get them to the dentist. If they need eyeglasses, it's waiting, it's going, it's waiting. So they're here, why not bring the services to them?
Look straight ahead.
You really do have to take a holistic view, and New Destiny is coming in here, and they're doing all the supportive services with the after-school programs and giving, integrating help in the classrooms and bringing a lot of different activities for the children. And we partner with them to provide the health services. We give immunizations, we give well checkups. This year incorporated behavioral health in our model for counseling, because when you're part of a child study team, if it affects learning and your grades, then obviously you have services. But when you're in an inner city, there's so many issues going on, and our children come to school with so much baggage sometimes.
New Destiny brings a wealth of resources to the school, not only for parents, but for children and for staff members. They help work with us to provide things that are needed in the community, such as getting grants that help parents get resources outside of the school. They do a lot with helping inside the school, providing tutors. They help me along with some of my parent initiatives. So they are a definite asset to the school and to the community.
Cool. Hi, Dr. Fillmore. How are you? I'm all right. How are you?
How's everything going today?
Good, good, good. Thanks for coming down. Can we have a seat? We just need to discuss some things, all right?
Sure, my pleasure, my pleasure. What do you think about the idea of bringing this entire piece, even though we have select some staff members that they volunteered, let's bring it to the entire school body, that is the staff members. See how many.
I would like to maybe take a moment of your time just to review what happened just a few minutes ago with the director of the full school community program, especially regarding
having the community room will assist us in actually bringing our vision to reality in terms of providing the services to our students and their families that are critical in the learning experiences of our children. So for example, helping with the social emotional aspects, it will help with the entire educational process, making sure that the social emotional needs of our students and their families are met.
Last October, we had about 11 or 12 churches put together 55 outreaches. And out of those outreaches came a friendship between me and Pastor Carolyn McCombs. And simply through a couple of park cleanups and different activities we did together, I just said, we really want to be a partner to what you're doing in the city of Paterson. How can we serve? And she said her focus right now is on School 6. And I said, well, what do you really need us to do? She said, we need tutors. I was looking at my kids and thinking about and hoping about the future they were going to have. And it just came to my heart that a lot of these kids in School 6 really won't have that future unless somebody or other people get involved in their lives and just become another resource.
We feel like everybody deserves a chance to succeed in life, and I think the name really sums it up well. New Destiny Family Success Center means that folks that might not have gotten the best chance in life get a second chance to develop life skills, family, training, things that we may take for granted that we shouldn't take for granted. So that's my hope, is that we build that bridge between both sides, those that can provide the help and those that receive the help, and that we help each other in some unintended ways that you don't realize until after the fact.
The destiny of New Destiny is to be a catalyst. And what I mean is a catalyst for reform. I really see that what we're doing here is building a new model. And the new model we're building is coming alongside families, communities, schools, government, and saying, we can help. How can we partner with you?
Why are you here?
Why am I here? I'm here because I feel called. I feel called to families. I feel called to children. And, I had another plan for my life, and it just wasn't working for me. I really felt like if I look back on my life, one day I will, and I'd like to look back on my life and say, I made a contribution. I really believe that urban America today is in need of solutions. If we don't do the hard things that need to be done in our urban centers, it will impact our nation. And I feel called to at least try.